Hey, what is up everybody, and welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. I am Ken, and today, guys, I'm going to continue updating my collection series, or doing my Blu-ray collection updating series, where I'm going through my collection and just updating you on everything that I have currently in the collection. So I've done videos for my 4Ks, I've done videos for my Steelbooks, my Scream Factories. I did an A24 collection and ranking recently. So today I'm going to tackle some other boutique labels. I am going to talk about my Criterions, I'm going to talk about my Kino Lorber titles, and we're going to do my Warner archive titles as well. So these are the ones that I would consider to be the more prestige films in the collection. Not to say that Scream Factory doesn't have some prestigious horror films, but of the boutique labels, Criterion, Kino, and Warner Archive, I would say tackle the most classic films in a traditional sense. So definitely some other types of films as well that we will get to. But I'm really excited to do this, guys, to continue updating my collection. I feel like this is going to take me all year to go through like every single section of everything that I want to go through, and by the time I get to the end, we'll be in 2022, and or 2023 rather, and I'll get to update it all over again. So should be a fun time. But as I was going through this, we're going to start with my Criterions. I've really beefed up my Criterion collection, and I haven't even really realized it, because I've got like 60 titles now in my Criterion collection. I did not realize that I had that much. But you know, the Criterion sales, November, July, they've definitely been good to me. I've been purchasing more Criterion titles also in the off season, so really been adding and beefing up the Criterion collection. So before we get into, you know, updating, again, I don't want this video to run forever, but I say that every single video, and they always run forever. But before we get into it, you know, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. We do all kinds of physical media content on the channel, Blu-ray, 4Ks, all that kind of stuff. If you like owning the movies that you love, you will like this channel, so definitely hit the subscribe button. Also, be sure to like this video and comment down below, guys. Please, as we go, as many times as you want, you know, what are some of your favorite titles? What are some of your titles that you have in your collection that you think that I should own? Definitely comment that down below as well, and then turn on those bell notifications for all future videos. So we're going to start with the Criterion collection, and it's perfect timing because we're about a month away from the big Criterion sale in July, or I'm assuming it's going to be a sale in July. There always is. And I'm so excited to get to the opportunity to go ham on a bunch of Criterion titles again. I'm definitely going to be doing some more like wish list videos for Criterion, so definitely look forward to those soon. But let's start where it all began. The title that got me hooked on Criterion, and really like this is the beginning of me discovering the boutique labels like Scream Factory and Arrow and Criterion. Around the same time I got this, Night of the Living Dead. This is a fantastic Criterion release, and definitely a great introductory Criterion release to add to the collection. I'm trying to see where this one came out. I believe it was 2017 when they released this. This is around the time when I bought it. But yeah, 1968's Night of the Living Dead. This artwork is so killer. It is so awesome. Again, this came out when I didn't really even know about the label that much. I was seeing people posting. I was like, I've never seen Night of the Living Dead. I need to get this. I need to own this. This artwork is absolutely fantastic. And as you can see, I'm not going to do this for every Criterion title because it would take forever. But I want you to check out the artwork on the inside of this. It's just so freaking awesome. It is just so awesome. And Criterion doesn't always do. You even have a poster inside. Cool disc art, which we'll bitch about Kino here in a little bit about their lack of disc art. But you just don't get this on other releases, other Criterion releases, to be honest. So yeah, I jumped at the chance to get this. So glad to have it in the collection. I would recommend it to anybody. I watched it a couple of years ago for the first time. Like I said, the movie itself, again, I'm not the hugest like zombie genre fan, but this is perfectly effective for what it was trying to do in the 60s. I did enjoy the movie, and the transfer is just out of this world. Awesome, amazing. I love the old school like black and white transfers when they upscale those to 2K to 4K. I think it looks fantastic. Let's get into the next one. This is the one that I got shortly after, but Rosemary's Baby. As you can see, I was going after the 60s classic horror films in this time. So watch this one for the first time again like 3 or 4 years ago. I love this movie. This is one of my favorite horror movies of all time, Rosemary's Baby. But I'm going to be also, I should let you guys know the prices. That's what I'm doing with this iteration of the collection videos, right? So Night of the Living Dead, I'm pretty sure I purchased this new, and I think it was $27.99. Rosemary's Baby, I got in the sale for 20 bucks. Also got the Irishman And one of the, I think it was the flash sale. It was either the flash sale or it was maybe back in November that I got this, but finally pulled the trigger on it. I wasn't the biggest fan of this when I watched it on Netflix, but it is Scorsese, and it is an awesome addition. And it is one that I feel like if I watch it again, it might grow on me a little bit. Again, I didn't hate it or anything. I did not like it. I thought it was a really good gangster movie. You know, Martin Scorsese directs a brilliant film almost every time. It just wasn't up there with like Goodfellas and Casino for me as far as the Scorsese legacy of film. So The Irishman's pretty good though, and I bought the Criterion. So it's an awesome Criterion, definitely awesome cover art on that one. Also got Night of the Hunter. I think I got this in the sale last year because tons of people kept recommending this. I need to watch it, but it's getting ready to get a 4K release. Kino Lorber announced that because they're taking so many of these titles and making them their own in 4K. So I'm probably just going to wait for the 4K to watch this for the first time. But again, I'm tempted to watch it anyway. I need to watch it for sure because I did buy it. Also got The Incredible Shrinking Man. I'm pretty sure I got this in the sale last year, the November sale for $20. And the Night Hunter was actually $25 because I think it was, you know, a little bit more expensive than the regular Criterion release, which I'm not really sure why, but it was. I know it was. I got Bringing Up Baby. I think I bought this one brand new last July for $27.99. Really liked this movie a lot. Actually, this one came out in July, so it was a part of the sale, so I did get this one for $19.99, I think at Barnes & Noble. But I really enjoy this movie. It's a 30s comedy. It's got Katharine Hepburn, Cary Grant in it, a very young Cary Grant. And I thought it was really funny. I really liked that one a lot. So Bringing Up Baby was definitely good. The Piano I bought this year, and as you can see, I haven't watched it yet. The 4K, one of the Criterion 4K, still in the wrapping. And I bought this one, I think this was $35 when it came out because the new 4Ks are $35. And again, we're getting ready to get on the sale. Still haven't watched it. So as you can see, I could have just waited for the sale, but I didn't. Mirror, this is a Andrei Tarkovsky film. I'm pretty sure I bought this one in the November sale as well. Haven't watched it yet, but definitely want to check out some of this director's filmography at some point. This is just an awesome box set. As you can see, like I'm a sucker for the box sets. I don't even care what movie it is. If it's a big like digibook box set from Criterion, I love them and I'll buy them every time. We're getting ready to go through an entire run of these. Actually, we have some more over there too. But Roma I bought. I actually loved this movie when I watched it on Netflix. I just loved it. Was so taken by this film and this story. And I just had to own it with Criterion and announce it. So I bought this one right away. But definitely one of the best Netflix originals. I loved Roma. I thought it definitely, I love Green Book, but I feel like this one should have won Best Picture. I feel like technically it was the best film of 2018 was Roma. So pretty sure I got this in a sale for $20 as well. Menace to Society. I bought during the sale, and I think it was $25 because it's one of the new 4K. So I did watch this one. I think I watched it in December or November, maybe January, but I really, really like this movie a lot. This is a great movie. And yeah, directed by the Hughes brothers, and it looked fantastic in 4K. I didn't get a chance to review it. I did want to review it, but I didn't get a chance to, but I did really love the movie. Uncut Gems, of course I love this movie. This is the only A24 movie that has been released by the Criterion Collection in 4K. Look fantastic, look beautiful. I love this movie so much. I just did a ranking of all the A24 films. Go check it out if you haven't already. But Uncut Gems definitely ranks pretty high for me as far as A24, so I had to buy that one on 4K. And again, I won't do this for every one, but I mean, you got it's so awesome. Just the work they do in some of these digi releases is incredible. Got that one again during the sale. I think it was $25. Repo Man also got during the sale for $20. The artwork on this one speaks for itself. It's just so good. I feel like I've showed this off a lot on this channel, but my God, look at this. Look at Emilio Estevez right there. The Mighty Ducks man. I swear to God, Emilio. Sorry. Sometimes in my videos, I decide to just randomly reference Night at the Roxbury, and I think it works with the Criterion video, but Repo Man, it's an okay movie, but this Criterion, look at this cover. Oh my God, it's so good. Blow Up also got during the sale, and I still need to watch this one, but another awesome digibook release. The Before trilogy I bought during the sale. I think I spent, there was a coupon on Amazon, I believe, and I think I got this for $45. So definitely a collection of films that I need to watch sooner rather than later, but I think I got it during the last sale, so happy to have it in the collection. On the Waterfront with Marlon Brando. On the Waterfront, I think is what I meant to say. Starring Marlon Brando. Great little digipack release, and I've heard great things about the movie. Just need to watch it. Vampire, I did watch this one. I think this is the biggest Digipack release. There might be one that's close, but I think this is the biggest Digipack release in my collection for Criterion. It's got this huge booklet in it. This thing must be like 200 pages. And it's like the full, like, I think the novelization or the book that the movie was based on. Or it's called Writing Vampire. It's the screenplay. So I don't know. It didn't look like a screenplay. It looked like it was a novel. But this movie was okay. It was okay. I was honestly a little bored by it. But again, it's a movie from 1932. So it's as effective as I guess it could be at the time. But I feel like I've seen like Dracula's from 1931. That was definitely a better made movie than Vampire, but I liked it. I mean, it's kind of eerie. It had some good atmosphere to it. So I don't mean to shit on Vampire or anything. It's okay. It's all right. Mulholland Drive. Now I do mean to shit on this one. I couldn't get into this. I was like 45 minutes in. And I was like, what is going on? I just fell asleep and I just didn't feel the need to ever watch it again. So that's why I didn't get the 4K, because I bought this one quite a while ago. I think like 2 sales ago, I bought this one for $20. So Mulholland Drive's okay, but it's not great. Eraserhead, I bought this one during a sale for $20. Still haven't watched it. David Lynch film. I'm never in the mood to watch David Lynch. I haven't really loved anything that I've watched from him. Lost Highway, Blue Velvet, Mulholland Drive. Blue Velvet's okay. It's probably the best one that he's done. Dune. I can't latch on to that director, so I'm not in the mood to watch Eraserhead or The Elephant Man, to be honest. I haven't seen that one either. The Red Shoes, I got this one in the flash sale, I think, for $25. Still need to watch that one. Heard incredible things about the 4K release. Miller's Crossing, I did watch. This one came out in February. Coen Brothers film. This is probably, honestly, the most underrated Coen Brothers film they ever done. It's so great. It's up there with all of their great films like Fargo and No Country for Old Men. This is one that I'd never heard about till like a year ago. It's definitely super underrated. I'm glad Criterion did this one. It's awesome. So definitely check out Miller's Crossing. I highly recommend this Criterion release. They got some great special features with the Coens and Gabriel Byrne in this one. And I believe, I can't think of the guy's name, John Turturro. It does an interview in this, and it's fantastic. So I absolutely recommend this. I got this one for $27.99 when it released. Kronos I got during a sale. This is a Guillermo del Toro film. I think this was his first movie. This is a really good movie. I enjoyed this one quite a bit. It's got some good special features. It actually has a short film from Guillermo early on in his career that's really kind of cool, actually. But I enjoy this movie. It's got Ron Perlman in it, which it's a Spanish film, and he's the only English-speaking person in it. But I like that one. I think I reviewed it actually on the channel too. The Hits, I watched this one during 1984 month. This is a pretty good like a thriller, gangster thriller. I don't know what you would call it. They like kidnap somebody. But it's pretty good. I like this one. The Hit's pretty good. It's a British film. 1984, I bought this one, didn't watch it, but I bought it during the flash sale for $20. Stranger Than Paradise, bought it during the flash sale, haven't watched it, for $20. I think that's directed by Jim Jarmusch. Diabolique, this one was recommended to me in the sales stream that I did for the Criterion one, the flash sale, and I bought it for $20. Haven't watched it yet. Written in the Wind, I also got, I think there's a little disc jiggle in there. But this one came out this year, but I bought it for $20. Come and See. This is from 1985, and I have not watched this yet. I bought it like back in July of 2020 because nothing was coming out that week. I was just like, I need to get a new release. I've heard good things about this. I bought it with every intention of watching it, but I did not. You'll see I need to watch quite a bit of my Criterion collection. But yeah, Come and See, definitely need to watch it. It's from my birth year, 1985. Maybe when I do a 1985 month or something. Cold War, I found this one at a Half Price Books for $10. For $10, I found this Criterion at Half Price Books. Haven't watched it yet, but heard good things about it. Fast Times at Regiment High. Of course I watched this one. I love this movie. This is such a great release by Criterion. Great special features. I love Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I did not know how much I loved it till I watched this Criterion release, and I'm like, this movie is legitimately great. One of the greatest, like, coming-of-age high school drama films that I've ever seen. Love this movie. The Phoebe Cates pool scene, I'm telling you right now, this was remastered in 4K, and that scene looks so good in 4K. I'm going to tell you, it's not 4K The disc isn't 4K, but it was remastered in 4K. Looks great. It's a great 4K scan. Fast Times. Again, I bought that one brand new for $27.99. Couldn't wait for it. Barry Lyndon, I'm pretty sure I got during the sale for 20 bucks. I enjoy this one. Stanley Kubrick movie. It's a little long. It's like 3 hours, so a little bit too long, but I enjoyed it. War of the Worlds. I bought this one brand new for $27.99. I watched this one and really enjoyed it. Really cool little, sci-fi taking over the world from the 50s. So it's a little bit cheesy, but it's good. I liked War of the Worlds for $27.99. Don't Look Now. I found this one for $1. I found this one for $1 at a thrift. It was one of the best finds I've ever had at like a flea market. And I was so excited about it. Watched it last year for Halloween, around Halloween time, and really enjoyed it. It's out there. Like the ending was like way out there, but I did really dig this one. I love the filmmaking style. It's just so raw, and I love the period piece in London. Donald Sutherland's really awesome, and it's got a sex scene in this movie that's like 10 minutes long, and I thought I was watching a porno at one point, but it's a good movie. Definitely check out Don't Look Now. Pretty eerie, pretty scary. The Seventh Seal, got a review for this one up on the channel. I enjoyed this one, but it didn't live up to the hype that like I was hoping it would for me. But The Seventh Seal is really good. It's definitely an enjoyable movie. Memories of a Murder. Haven't checked this one out yet. Bong Joon-ho directed this one. Same person as Parasite. Devil's Backbone, another Del Toro movie that I haven't got a chance to watch yet. I watched the Kronos and I was going to watch this, but didn't get a chance to. Definitely need to check it out because I've heard from some people say this is his best movie. So need to watch it. Got it for all these last ones I got on the sale for 20 bucks. Love and Basketball I got in a sale for 20 bucks. I remember watching that one in high school and liking it. Good Morning is one I bought in the sale as well. And these are both Fantastic Planet. These are two that my wife picked out. And we were supposed to watch them and review them on our channel, and we haven't done that yet. So if you remember that in the comments, we haven't forgotten, and we're going to get to them at some point. But yeah, she picked those out for me based on the artwork. And then I got people saying they were actually pretty good. So 12 Angry Men, I am ashamed to say I have not watched this yet. I need to. Got it on sale for 20 bucks. I know it's getting a 4K, but I have to watch that movie. Have to watch it. Gotta get a nose itch. Deep Cover I bought last year. I think when it came out, $27.99. Reviewed it on the channel. Really enjoyed this one. It's a nice like modern noir film. Jeff Goldblum, Lawrence Fishburne. Great chemistry between the two. I love them in this movie. Really cool little crime film from 1992. Directed by Bill Duke. And yeah, the artwork on this one is freaking insane as well. So absolutely love that movie, Deep Cover. Special features are awesome too. The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. This is the only Criterion that I have that just has like a regular Blu-ray case. But I found this one in Half Price Books for I think $6. Haven't watched it. I've seen the movie, but I haven't watched that Criterion yet. Solaris, I got more Tchaikovsky right here. Got this one for 20 bucks. Need to watch that one. Notorious, I was supposed to watch it for Hitchcock month. I didn't. I failed. I got this one for 20 bucks, I believe, on a sale. Actually, I think it was, now that I remember, like an Amazon deal. It was like 18 bucks or something. Sometimes they'll give you the coupons. The Uninvited, I haven't watched this one yet, but this is another one I got very early. I think this is like maybe my third Criterion. And it was 30 bucks at Barnes & Noble, but half off was 15 bucks. So that one was a little bit more cheaper. A little bit cheaper, not more cheaper, cheaper than regular Criterions. The Great Escape, I think I bought this one brand new. Watched this one, really enjoyed this movie. I bought the 4K from Kino. I don't know when I'm going to watch it, but I just wanted to get it. But yeah, The Great Escape, it's a good movie. Good movie. 3 hours, a little long, but it's good. The Flight of the Phoenix, haven't watched this one yet, but I just love this paper airplane that they put in it. I have to show it off every time. It's so cool, but need to watch it. Got Jimmy Stewart in it. Love Jimmy Stewart. The Lady Vanishes, a Hitchcock movie right here. Got this one for 20 bucks recently for Hitchcock month and did not watch it. I am so sorry, everybody. I'm so bad at this YouTube and watching movies thing. Seven Samurai. I need to do a Kurosawa month so I can dig into some of these Kurosawa films that I have in my collection because I haven't watched this movie and I heard it's one of the most important movies ever made. The Elephant Man, talked about this one earlier. David Lynch, haven't got a chance to watch it yet, but I got this one on sale. Freaking awesome artwork on that one though. Great artwork. I have watched this. It is a really weird and out there movie. David Cronenberg, he just released a new movie in theaters, The Crimes of the Future. That movie in theaters really reminds me of this one. This one's really weird and out there, but I dug this one. I liked it. Probably one of my favorite Cronenberg movies. James Woods in this. I love him in it. He's absolutely fantastic. His performance is great. And it's just got some really unsettling scenes. And I just dig the cinematography and overall look and vibe and atmosphere of this film. And it's just a movie. I didn't love a lot of the Cronenberg movies that I watched when I watched a bunch of them a couple of years ago. But this one I definitely really enjoyed. Silence of the Lambs. What can you say? It's an all-time classic. I will not get rid of this edition. This is a great spectacle. Another one like Silence of the Lambs. Like, look at this thing. I will keep this forever. I don't care if it's got a 4K, an 8K, 16K. I will keep this Criterion edition. I absolutely love it. But yes, I double dipped and got the 4K for Silence of the Lambs. So that's a great one right there. I'm pretty sure I bought that one. I don't think I bought it during the sale. I think I just bought it for like 25 offline or something. All About Eve, I got during a sale for 20 bucks. Definitely need to watch that one. Princess Bride, classic film. Seen this movie, but haven't watched the Criterion edition. But this is just such a cool edition. Criterion doesn't like do stuff like this often, but this is like a book. And I just think that's really cool. They do that kind of stuff every now and then. Definitely a cool aesthetic to the packaging. Dazed and Confused, one of my favorite movies of all time. Haven't watched this Criterion, but I've seen this movie so many times. Definitely great packaging on this one. Another great coming of age high school, drama, comedy, whatever you want to call it. Definitely one of the best, kind of like Fast Times at Ridgemont High. And then you got Blue Velvet. I enjoyed this one. It was okay. David Lynch, again, isn't a filmmaker that I necessarily can gravitate towards or to. But this one was probably the best one of the ones that I watched for sure. Blue Velvet. Do the Right Thing. This is a great film. This is a landmark film. Spike Lee's one of his first movies. I think it was his second movie after his directorial debut, but it's a brilliant movie. And this edition is freaking out of this world insane. I love it. It's probably, if I was going to rank my Criterions in terms of like the artwork, also the movie, like this is one of the best movies in my collection, but this is like top 3 hands down. I just love it. Like, open it up. You got the streets and the pizza shop, and this is such an awesome collection, such a great movie. I actually double dipped because I bought the 4K Steelbook from Target because of such awesome artwork. But Do the Right Thing is spectacular. Definitely a great set. Scanners, this is another Cronenberg. I like the head blowing up thing that happens, but after that it was like, what are we doing? But Scanners I got in a sale for 20 bucks. So that's the Criterions. Let's get the Warner Archives and the Kinos up here. So moving on to the Warner Archive and the Kino Lorber title. So I think I have 45 Kinos and 14 Warner Archive titles. So we have about as many titles to go through with these as we did the Criterion, but I definitely have significantly less of these. So we're going to go through the Warner Archive collection first. So before we get into this, I just want to say that of these, I've only actually bought one Warner Archive release, and that one is Stage Fright. And I bought Stage Fright this year. I think this was only like $17.99 when it came out, so it's pretty cheap, but I highly recommend this. This is an Alfred Hitchcock film, and it's absolutely fantastic. So the other one that I did not buy is The Man Who Would Be King, and somebody sent this to me. A subscriber sent this to me, so I definitely need to check this one out. It's got Sean Connery in it, Michael Caine, Christopher Plummer. Great cast in that one. Need to watch it. So the deal is with these other ones is I used to be in a little bit of a partnership with Warner Archive. So this was before I was even on YouTube. I was just writing like written reviews on my Instagram page. And I got them to send me 2 Warner Archive titles. And when I reviewed them, watched them and reviewed them, I would send them my reviews and then they would send me 2 more. And you would think that I would have taken advantage of this a lot more. But for whatever reason, when they sent me 2, it just took me forever to get into the reviews and watching them and reviewing them. I just don't know what I was thinking back then. I should have definitely jumped on it and gotten more of these titles while I could. Because that guy that I was in a deal with and had the arrangement with actually left the company, I think a couple of years ago. And then I just kind of, when I lost my contact, I just lost my ambition to try to get these again. So I haven't really reached out to anybody else since these. But all of these I got were sent to me to review. So let's get into the first one. That is Drop Dead Gorgeous. I definitely wanted to get this one and talk about it. And the thing about this deal was it wasn't necessarily, they didn't have to be new. Like I could pick out 2 of any ones that I wanted, any ones that looked interesting to me. I could pick out. So I definitely took advantage of that and got some cool stuff that I had my eye on. But Drop Dead Gorgeous. This is a movie from 1999. I remember loving watching. I have not watched this since I got this released. I think this is the last batch that I got from them, because these two right here, this and Dracula AD 1972, are the two that I haven't watched because they're still in the plastic. So there you go. You can tell how much I valued my partnership with them. And like I said, I was stupid. I should have took advantage of that way more, because there's tons of Warner Archive titles that I wish I had now. I just wasn't paying attention to like the classic film scene back then, because there's just tons of titles I would love to get now. And most of these are horror. Like when I would look for titles on there, I would always gravitate towards the horror films. Got Innocent Blood, film directed by John Landis. I remember watching this film when I was a kid. This is one of the first films that my grandfather made me watch, or watched with me. And when she first bites into that guy, he's like, "That's fake. You know that, right?" And it kind of just clicked in my head. And after this movie, I was like 7 or 8. I can't believe I watched this when I was 7 or 8. Like, there's full frontal nudity in the beginning of it. But after I watched that first scene, I was like, or he explained that to me, I was like, it just clicked. And I loved horror ever since. So this is the one that really kind of got me into horror movies, actually. You know, the director of The American Werewolf in London, Innocent Blood. The Thing. This is another like 50s monster movie. This is a really good movie. It's a case where The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing, is vastly superior to the film that it remade. But this is still a really good movie. It's more of like a Frankenstein type monster movie than it is an alien invasion movie. But I definitely dig this one for sure. It's a really good movie. The Thing, Howard Hawks production. Lady Hawk, this was okay. It's got Michelle Pfeiffer in it, Matthew Broderick, Rutger Hauer, great cast, but I just couldn't get into the story with this one. It's an adventure film, but I know a lot of people love it. Richard Donner directed, but I just wasn't a huge fan of Lady Hawk. Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. I think this is a made-for-TV movie, 1973. And this one was kind of silly. I didn't like this one. There's a bunch of little creatures that remind me of like the Underpants Gnomes in South Park. But it was okay, but it was kind of silly too. Night School. I will talk about this movie till I'm blue in the face. It is one of the most underrated slasher movies of all time. Nobody talks about this movie, and they should. I love this film. It's so good. Like the reveal at the end, I thought just shocked me, and the kills are awesome. It looks so generic just looking at the cover, but this movie's fantastic. It really, truly is. Get Night School in the next Warner Archive sale if you haven't already. It's a great slasher movie from the 80s that nobody talks about. From Beyond the Grave, this is a pretty cool little anthology horror film. I think it's got like 5 separate stories, and it's got freaking a lot of people in it from that era. Peter Cushing's in this movie, which he was in a lot of the Hammer horror films. Donald Pleasance is in this. It's just got a really well-known cast, and yeah, it was a good movie. The artwork on this one is freaking killer too. Wait Until Dark with Audrey Hepburn. This still remains the only Audrey Hepburn movie that I've ever seen, but this is a great one for sure. Think Don't Breathe back in the 60s with Audrey Hepburn playing the blind man, and that's this movie. It's a great movie. Kind of like a reverse Don't Breathe. Village of the Damned, the original, not the Carpenter movie. This was okay. You know, the kids were kind of creepy, I guess, but I didn't think it was that great, to be honest. Two on a Guillotine, I don't even remember. I know I watched it, but I was like so out of this movie. I just didn't care about anything. I didn't think this one was that good at all. The Fearless Vampire Killers. This is the one that's got, I'm pretty sure this has got, what's her name in it? Sharon Tate's in this one. And it's a Roman Polanski film. So I thought this one was pretty good. It was okay, but again, it's no Rosemary's Baby. It was okay. If you want to see, you know, Sharon Tate in the bathtub with vampires, it's pretty good. But that's my Warner Archive collection. So I have no Kino Lorber partnership, so I bought all these. Most of them I bought on the sale, but some of them I bought when they came out, like The Train. I remember watching. This is one of the first like physical media reviews on my channel. I bought this one for $20. The artwork on this one is awesome, and it's one of the few Kino Lorber titles that has reversible cover art. This is a movie starring Burt Lancaster. It's kind of a war movie set during World War II. It's really good. It's a really good movie, action-packed, got a nice pace to it. And I enjoy this one quite a bit. Again, it's got reversible cover art, so that's definitely cool. With the slipcover. Need to get more Kinos with the slipcover for sure. But we also got Silence of the Lambs. Like I said, I'll buy this movie as many times as it takes. I love this movie. It's one of my favorite horror movies of all time. This is definitely a great 4K transfer too. I think this is one of the best of last year. In the Heat of the Night. I've watched this one recently. I have a plan for a video a little bit later on. So I don't want to really give my thoughts in depth on this one, but I think I bought this for $27.99. It was definitely a great movie. Spaceballs I bought when it came out. This one was $27.99, I believe, on 4K. The Last Man on Earth, I think I bought when it came out. It was a pretty cheap one. I think it was like $15.99, but this is a Vincent Price film. This is pretty good. This is based on the I Am Legend novel. So this is kind of, you know, the one with Will Smith was kind of a remake of this one. Definitely very different movies. This is more like zombie apocalypse. Actually, I think they were vampires that were coming out, but it definitely has the Night of the Living Dead type influence to it. It was pretty good, but not great. The Great Escape, I bought this movie again because I was hoping to get the slipcover, but I did not. But I got it in a sale. I think this was like $16.99 in the sale. Got Hard Targets, finally. This is the good version. I know it had disc issues when it came out. But I got this one in the sale, and I think it was like $18.99 or something, but definitely need to check that one out. The Apartment, I need to watch this one still. Haven't yet. I think I got this one at full retail price of $27.99 on 4K. We got Firebirds. I'm definitely watching this for Cage Month this month, so definitely looking forward to that. Tommy Lee Jones, Sean Young is in this movie. Cannot wait for Nicolas Cage's Helicopter Top Gun. Black Moon Rising got in the sale, and I think Firebirds was like $5.99. It was a very cheap one, but most of these titles I got in the sale. I think Black Moon Rising was somewhere around $6 or $7. Bitter Moon was like $6 or $7. This looks like a saucy one for sure. This is directed also by Roman Polanski. Black Sabbath. This is a Mario Bava film that I'm definitely looking forward to watching. I think that one was not $8 or $9. All these are like $8 or $9 when you get them on the sale. Definitely need to watch Candy. I'm really looking forward to watching Candy. It's got such a great cast, and it looks like such a trashy B movie, but I don't know. I need to watch it. Scissors with Sharon Stone. So yeah, Scissors was, I don't even know why I got this. Clockers, Spike Lee film. I actually forgot I had this. Definitely need to watch it. I want to watch more Spike Lee's filmography for sure. Need to get all the ones he did with Kino Lorber. Spaced Invaders. I heard a lot of good things about this one. People highly recommended it to me. Still need to watch it. Like I said, all these are about $8 or $9. I don't feel like trying to think every single time. Bobby Joe and the Outlaw. I got this just to see topless Linda Carter. So that better deliver, damn it. Better deliver. I'm sure it will. FX and FX2. I think this was like $14.99, somewhere around that, for both those movies starring Brian Dennehy and Brian Brown. Cherry 2000. A lot of people recommended this one to me, so definitely need to check it out. Got that one during a sale. Lost Highway. I think I bought this one straight up for like $20. I heard a lot of things about it, and people were saying it was good, so I bought it, but it wasn't. It wasn't good. No, it's not to me. A Minute to Pray, A Second to Die. I think I got this one at the pawn shop across the street. I think this was cheap. I think it was like $5.99. I found a couple over there like a couple of years ago. The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. I bought this one shortly after it came out. I think it was like $20, but unfortunately I wasn't quick enough. I didn't win the showdown, the draw showdown. I wasn't quick enough, and I didn't get the slipcover. So that was disappointing for sure. For a few dollars more and a fistful of dollars, which I have since upgraded to 4K. I don't know if I'm going to keep these or not. I probably should. And like, what reason do I have to keep them other than I'm a hoarder and I want as many physical media copies of movies in my collection as possible. But yeah, maybe at some point I'll try to sell these off. But as of right now, I'll keep them. I got The Good Son. I think I just bought this one straight up off Amazon one day because I was like, oh, The Good Son. I haven't seen this in forever. And I think it was like $14.99, so I got it. I don't even think I knew it was Kino Lorber when I got it, but that was like $14.99. Found this at a Half Price Books, I think, for like $6. I got it at a 50% off sale. More Linda Hamilton. So I've got quite a bit of Linda Hamilton in the collection right now. Mr. Destiny. Looking forward to that one. The Fantamas 3-film collection. This is another one that I found across the street at that pawn shop, that thrifter Vendor City Flea Market, and this was $11.99 for 3 movies. So I thought it was a good deal, and I was like, I need more Kino Lorber in the collection. Nightmare Beach. Pretty sure I got this one on the sale, but definitely looking forward to watching that one. It looks pretty cool. Cannibal Holocaust also has John Saxon in it, as Nightmare Beach does as well. My Science Project, got that one on a sale as well. Grandview USA, this is one I watched for 1984 month. I did enjoy this film. This is a good one. Jamie Lee Curtis is pretty good in it. Patrick Swayze, like before he became a huge star, is great in the movie as well. Miracle Mile, a lot of people recommended this one to me. It's got Anthony Edwards in it, so definitely, riding that Top Gun high right now. I need to check that one out. The Goose High, An Innocent Man, need to check this one out. Tom Selleck, I think this is the one and only Tom Selleck movie I have in the collection. Again, got it in the sale. Deep Rising, this is one of my favorite monster movies of all time. Grew up watching this movie. Loved it, so I had to get this one. Got it in a sale recently. I think for like $8 or $9 for that one. Cool as Ice. I had to get Cool as Ice. I'm the biggest Vanilla Ice mark here on YouTube. So yeah, I had to get Cool as Ice. Why not, right? Why not? Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. Nosferatu. I think I paid a pretty penny, prayed a pretty penny, tongue twisters tonight. But Nosferatu, I think this one was a little bit more expensive, even on the sale. I think I got this one for like $17. Definitely need to watch it. I'm honestly thinking about having, because I got Metropolis too for like 18 or 19 bucks. I'm thinking about having a 20s month. Let me know what you think of a 20s month in the comment section below if you're still watching at the 35, 36 minute mark. I'm sorry guys, this is running too long. A Bay of Blood right here. Mario Bava. I need to watch more Mario Bava for sure. Lifeboat. Hitchcock movie that I didn't watch for Hitchcock month. I'm such a failure. Midnight Lace. This is a Doris Day movie that I found again across the street. And I think this was only like $5 or $6. So yeah, I found a lot of good Kino Lorbers over there. That was pretty cool. I haven't found them since though. Buried Alive. This is a Frank Darabont film. This is one of his earlier films. I think it was made for TV. But definitely, need to check out that. Need to check out more Frank Darabont. The Hard Way. I watched this during Buddy Cop month. Michael J. Fox, James Woods. Really enjoyed this one for sure. Deep Star 6. Was lucky to get this one with a slipcover. Directed by Sean S. Cunningham. Same guy that did Friday the 13th. So I'm looking forward to checking this one out. I do like underwater monster movie, movies. The Man on the Moon with Jim Carrey. Watched this one when I bought it earlier this year. I think I bought this one for I think it was pretty cheap, like $17.99. Really love this movie. This is such a great movie that for some reason I just never checked out. I'm a huge Jim Carrey fan and I just never watched. I think it's because in the 90s, like growing up, I was such a big fan of his comedy. So when he started doing dramas, I was like, I'm not watching that. It just escaped me from the longest time. And I love this movie. He's so good and it's such a great dramatic movie with so much heart. And I loved it. And so happy, they released this one on Blu-ray, not 4K, but it did have the slip. So that's pretty cool. Bought that one again for like 17 or 18. And I got Some Like It Hot. I think this was like $27.99 when it came out. Reviewed this one on the channel. Super funny, hilarious movie. Marilyn Monroe. I think it was my first Marilyn Monroe movie that I ever watched. Tony Curtis, Jack Lemmon. Everybody's great in this movie. Everybody's firing on all cylinders. Directed by Billy Wilder. Got so many Billy Wilder 4Ks to watch. It's not even funny. The Apartment. I got, Double Indemnity sitting out there. The Criterion release. So I have to watch them. But look, guys, we're done. I showed you my Kinos. I showed you my Criterions. And I showed you my Warner Archive. So that is it for this collection update. I don't know when I'll be back or what I'll be updating next, but just stay tuned. Keep the bell notifications on for all my videos. Definitely subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Like this video. I hope you commented like 50 times in this video about all my thoughts on these movies. And Kino Lorber Criterion's giving me some good recommendations. Let me know what were some of your favorites. So definitely, if you haven't commented yet, comment right now. Also, I said like, comment, subscribe, right? Turn on the bell notifications. I did say that. And, follow me on all my social media accounts. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. I'm on TikTok. They're all down below. Follow them all. I appreciate it, everybody. And I'll see you next time.